Hello, guys, and welcome to When in Halifax. And of course, today is we will discuss about how to find a designated employer from five five reputable job search engine websites. So, yun ang pag-uusapan natin. How to find a designated employer. So if you are not able to sign up in New Brunswick information session this coming July, maybe try to find an employer through online. And the question now, saang website po? Anong website ang pwede kong puntahan to find an employer? So on the previous video, I mentioned about career bacon, but here on this live stream, on this live, what I'm going to show you is the five common job search engine website here in Canada. So, iyan ang ating pag-uusapan today. So I'll just share this video, guys, to everyone, and then at the same time I'm checking also the live stream if the connection as well. So previously we got the live streaming last week. Yung last week natin ay napakaganda yung live stream because what I've used is a StreamYard, but now I'm still using my old software, which is the OBS, because I can I'm comfortable with it. But the only problem with the OBS is the log on video, but there's no problem with what do you call this, with the audio. So yun, trying to check the video, it's still logging, but it's better than it's improving. So yan, we have we have 3 viewers from our YouTube family here. Yeah, kumusta po kayo? So today's video, again, on today's live, I'm going to show you the 5 common job search engine that is commonly used here in Canada. So yun, and at the same time we will apply the method that I shared to you, the designated employer list, find your job title or your work experience to a job search engine. So yun, I'm ready. So I'll just share this video to everyone. I'm going to share this video to all our friends. Ayan. So yun. So there's no problem now with my live stream. So the secret is don't open a YouTube. Don't watch your YouTube in the same computer para hindi siya naglalag. Ayan o. So okay na siya. Hindi na siya naglalag. So anyway, guys, I'll just share this video before we start our discussion. I just want to share this video to our Facebook group, which is ang laki na ng group natin. It's 1,900 group, 1,900 members. Ayan, grabe. Then if you want to call us or you want to join my live stream, you can join me. Just I'll share you my Skype account. Discuss how to find designated employer. Ayan. So, yun. Sinare ko na sa group. How to find a designated employer. So, ayan. We're currently live, guys. And galing. So yan, the most common question is, or the challenge for the AIPP is finding an employer. Actually, that's the challenge from the start that I made this video. The only problem for AIPP is finding an employer. But once you found an employer, it's a gold mine. Kasi after na bigyan ka ng job offer, after you got a designated letter, the next one is a permanent visa for you and your family. So the only problem na hindi actually problem eh. Kasi pag problem, naapektuhan ka kasi problema siya, 'di ba? Let's say for example, nawalan ka ng trabaho, talagang problema 'yon. But this one is when you looking for an employer, wala ka na mawawala eh. Siguro time that you invest in finding an employer, but then it's only a challenge. So, sabi nga natin yan is a finding employer in AIPP is challenging. Yes, it's a challenge. Lahat naman talaga ay challenging. Not just finding a job, but every single thing that we encounter in our life is challenging. So if you want, or if you want to achieve something, take the challenge. Maybe through pag na-surpass mo tong challenge na to, if you able to find an employer, maganda naman yung reward, which is makakamputa ka dito sa Canada, may trabaho, you are permanent resident, and you have you can bring your family and your kids, which is mas valuable yan sa effort na ibibigay mo kapag naghanap ka ng employer. So my bottom line is, lahat naman may challenges. Everything is challenge, everything has a challenge. Challenge sa pagtrabaho, challenge sa paggising ng umaga, challenging yung pag sa traffic, 'di ba? So lahat yan may challenges. So finding an employer in AIPP, or Authentic Immigration Pilot Program, is very challenging. Very challenging. Ang hirap. You don't know where to start. You don't know where to find employer na mag-suit doon sa yung job experience. So, I heard a lot from our friends here when in Halifax. They are asking, sir, can I apply for something na overqualified ako? Let's say, for example, I am a chef in a fancy restaurant or 5-star hotel, and then can I apply for a cook? Or you are a registered nurse with 20 years experience, can I apply for a CCA or caregiver? So my answer to this question is actually, I don't know really what's the right answer, but since the AIPP is employer driven, it means that the employer has this decision which or who is yung kanyang i-hire. So if she or he is looking for a caregiver, and then you are registered nurse, the employer, it's employer's discretion or it's employer decision kung i-hire ka since you're overqualified being a caregiver. If I own a restaurant, if I am the employer, I'm looking for a cook and you apply and based from your experience, you are a chef with 10 years experience in a five-star hotel in this country, like say for example in Abu Dhabi or something. If I am the employer, it's my decision because since it's employer driven. So it's my decision kung ikukunin ko or hindi kasi overqualified ka. So again, the bottom line is take the chance, try to submit, wala naman nawawala. Hindi ka na nag-cost ng printing kasi it's a digital. When you sign up for Career Beacon, it's free. You don't need to pay. So wala naman mawawala. Give it a try. Sabi nga, the more raffle entries that you the more raffle entry you have is the more chances of winning. So maybe baka itong gawin mo for your job hunting. So the bottom line again is to make sure that you tried your best to find an employer by sending a lot. If it's you can send hundreds in a month of resume, try it. Sabi nga, you don't know, baka may tumawag out of 100 is mayroong tumawag. So, and besides, anong mawawala if ever mag-apply ka or mag-send ka ng resume in multiple email or resumes? Wala naman, di ba? So that's my bottom line because try to send multiple emails, try to send email sa mga employers as much as possible. Kung kaya mong hundreds in a day, try it. Walang mawawala po sa inyo. And I received lots of comments after creating the Atlantic Immigration Pilot Program Series. I received a lot of questions. Sir, napakahirap naman po maghanap ng employer. Napakahirap, sir, maghanap ng employer. Parang suntok sa buwan. Sir, ang hirap talaga. I tried my best. It's frustrating. For me, lahat naman, sabi ko nga lahat naman po talagang merong challenge. Even mag-pathway ka for student. Hindi po porke nasa Canada ka na madali na. Hindi po. So to give you idea kung gaano ka-challenging different option. Kasi sabi ko nga, AIPP is just one day. Ayun, sabi ni Shalmero Jackson. So today's topic is how to find a designated employer using 5 commonly used job search engine. So yun yung discussion natin. How to find a designated employer through different job search engine that is commonly used here in Canada. So yung 5 search engine. So nung last live streaming natin, yung discussion ko or pinakita ko yung Career Beacon, pero ngayon papakita ko sa inyo guys yung 5 commonly used here in Canada na job search engine So anyway, sabi ko nga guys, finding an employer is sa totoo it's challenging. Hindi po siya madali. That's the reality of the AIPP. Pero comparing to other pathways, sabi ko nga, there's a lots of pathways, but for now on my channel, I'll just focus for AIPP because I'm here in Nova Scotia, part of Atlantic. That's why my topic will be focused for now for the AIPP. Pero marami pa rin pong options, marami pa rin pong pathway na pwede mong daanan. So the bottom line is at least you have the best option which is the AIPP. AIPP is not requiring for CRS score. They are not requiring for a high level of CLB score. CLB4 lang kailangan. Yung education mo kahit high school, and of course kailangan mo ng work experience. So most of our kababayan, I receive a lot of comment, questions, feedback na most of them say, sir, ang hirap maghanap ng employer. Sir, suntok sa buwan talaga ang paghanap ng Sir, I tried 2 or 3 times pero wala po nag-reply. Wala po magre-reply po sa inyo kung nag-send ka lang ng 1, 5, 6. Try mo hundreds. Kung if na, try 200 resumes. Kasi wala naman pong mawawala sa inyo if ever mag-send ka ng maraming email. But just make sure don't send several email or just send one email or resume to one employer. Kasi pa nag-send ka po ng maraming email sa isang employer, number one, it will goes to a spam. Number two, it can damage or it can affects your reputation as well. 'Di ba? Ikaw, ilagay mo sitwasyon na you are the employer, you receive 5 resumes a day from same person. What do you think what will happen kung ikaw yung employer? 'Di ba? Annoying. So instead na i-hire ka kasi you have the asset, pero since nairita na sa iyo, nainis na yung employer, hindi na lang. So my advice is try to send several resumes to several companies. If you can do 10 a day, 300 yan at a month, 'di ba? So sabi ko nga, AIPP is challenging, pero it's like a raffle draw. Kapag napili ka, nakakuha ka, it's a gold mine. Para ka nang nanalo ng first prize first prize sa raffle. So same thing what happened with with Gloria kahapon is kanina lang kausap ko si Miss Gloria, sabi niya, "Sir, pasensya na, medyo busy." Marami din daw siyang after the video, then after no post siya sa group natin, ang dami nag-private message sa kanya about the AIPP. And she is so happy to inspire us with the AIPP. So she's just waiting for the flight details. Yon. So yun, and then we have another Jessica Tangil Eka, IELTS proof of fund, then pwede na po maghanap ng employer. Yes, if you have an IELTS, if you have the Eka, if you have the proof of fund, then try to send. So this is actually one of the factors kung bakit marami tayong kababayan na na-frustrate dahil hindi sila nakakahanap ng employer. Maybe, I'm not sure, maybe some of them are trying to send. Alam mo kasi mga Pinoy, gusto yan sa mabilisan eh. Kahit naman sino eh. Gusto nila instant. Kahit sa Pilipinas, kahit saan naman, lahat gusto mabilis. Example, coffee, instant coffee, di ba? Lahat kape na lang, fast food din. Gusto niyo fast track eh. Same thing with the AIPP. Ang gusto ng mga tao, gusto ng mga kababayan natin, yung pag-submit ng resume, agad reply agad. Hindi po ganun yun. That's not the reality. Maybe it's expectation, yes, pero that's not the reality. The reality, it's hard to find an employer. So ano yung mga possible bakit difficult maghanap ng employer? Number one, baka yung sinenden mo is not designated employer. Baka yung sinenden mo is not listed on the designated employer wherein wala silang capacity to hire a foreign employee. Wala silang capacity to hire someone outside Canada kasi they are not listed in a designated employer. So the rule of thumb, before you send your resume, before you send your CV, make sure that the company is listed in a designated employer. Yun lang yung rule of the thumb ng AIPP. I already discussed how the AIPP works. I already discussed what are the requirements. All the video is almost the same explanation. That's why when someone asks me, "Sir, ano yung ECA? Ano yung IELTS?" Sinesend ko na lang yung video kasi almost the same yung yung requirement. Ang ano na lang guys is yung sa yung routine. Ano yung magiging routine mo? So, your routine is find a job position that is relatable to your work experience. Second, make sure that you have sorry, na-distract ako, may message kasi. So, make sure that the employer is listed in a designated employer. And the third one, make sure that you have complete the documents. Sabi nga natin, tanong ni Jessica, Sir, if may ECA, IELTS, and proof of fund, pwede na magsimula? Yes. Magsimula ka na maghanap. Pero kung wala ka pang ECA, IELTS, or proof of funds, hindi pa ready, nagsasabi ka lang na, I'll just try this, and then nag-send ka ng several emails, then later on walang nag-feedback, then you feel frustrated, I think may problema dun sa'yo. Yung problema is kulang ka pa ng documents. So let's give you a scenario. Actually, na-mention ko na to, is what if you are the employer again? So, employee A with a complete, employee B with incomplete. Kung ikaw yung employer, sino i-hire mo? 'Di ba? And the second is, if between employee A, applicant A, is knowledgeable with AIPP, may kompleto ng document, versus applicant B na walang alam sa AIPP, walang documents na ready, sino i-hire niya? Kahit maganda yung resume mo, kahit maganda yung work experience mo, kung incomplete naman at you don't know how the AIPP works, wala din. So, that's the reason why on this live streaming, I'm going to show you on how to use 5 different job search engines. So, search engine is like in the Philippines, workabroad.ph. So, the concept is the same. You will search for your work experience. You will search your job position, specific location, and then once you click that one, there will be a list of company that is looking for a certain job. Let's say, for example, nurses. May company name, and then position. So, before you apply, ask yourself, kompleto na ba yung documents ko? Hindi ba siya expiry? Kompleto ba siya? Dapat 2 years old yung English test ko, 2 years, or yung proof of funds ko, ready na ba? So, before you do this, make sure that you have complete all the documents. So, anyway, we have questions. Hi, Sir Joey, I have a question about the ECA. Yung main applicant lang po ba ang need ng ECA, and di na po need po ng husband? For ECA, actually, it's only the applicant. Applicant lang kasi po yung i-evaluate or i-hire ng employer is you, the main applicant, not your husband. So, sino po yung kailangan i-evaluate ng employer, which is the main applicant. Same thing with provincial nominee. With the provincial nominee, ako po yung main applicant, dependent ko si Jessa. Ako lang po yung nag-ECA kasi ako po yung main applicant. So, si Jessa, wala na siyang ECA. Same thing with the AIPP. So, yun. Let's go now for finding an employer. Yan. So, if you have question, feel free to ask question on this live. Actually, the reason why kung bakit ako nag-live again, to make sure that our software is working. Last live streaming, I just used the StreamYard. And so far, the streaming is good. But the quality of the video, I'm not satisfied. There's no green screen like this. So, there's no, walang arte. So, and then walang logong katabing ganito. So, that's the problem with the StreamYard. So, hindi gaya ngayon, it's para ako nasa news, parang nasa ABS-CBN. This background is actually a green screen. So, I can change this background anytime. Kung gusto po ninyo, I can change this into, let's say, Boracay or nasa desierto. So, I can change my background kahit ano pong background design. But for now, just want to be it as a green. So, yun. Let's start. So, the first one, what I'm going to show you is... So, kuha kayo guys ng ball pen. Get a ball pen, get a pen, write in a paper guys itong mga papakita ko sa inyong web job search engine. So the first one is the Career Builder. So the Career Builder is same platform, but this is a different company, this is a different company. So anyway, this is a Career Builder. Career Builder is the same with Career Bacon. Different lang po yung yung may-ari. Pero same concept, just type your keywords, which is, let's say, for example, you are a cook, and then let's say you are in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Okay. So same thing, find a job. And then the next one, the second one is the monster.ca. Monster.ca. This is commonly used also here in Canada. Same concept, cook, and then just type your location. So let's say, for example, Nova Scotia, NS, then just find job. The third one is the Glassdoor, which is another job search engine. So this is like a Google, but they're more specific on, sorry, burp ako, pero this is more specific in jobs. So sa Google, very broad po yung very broad po yung paghahanap ng trabaho. But this one, this Career Builder, Monster, and the Glassdoor is more specific. So post job for free, you're hiring. So Glassdoor is actually a free listing. So I don't want to. So this is find a job. And then they want me to sign up. Sign up ako later, guys. So sign up lang tayo dito. So the next is, of course, the career bacon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yan. So 5 yan, guys. Limang job search engine. The other one is the Indeed. Yan. So I know you're common with this, but most of our kababayans or friends here in Nova Scotia, they are using this one, Indeed, here in Canada. So yun. So what's next? So first is let's explore the Indeed first. Then type your location. So bakit po, guys, I encourage you to send emails? Why I'm advising you to send several emails, let's say 10 emails or 10 resumes a day, kasi hindi po limited sa isang probinsya ang AIPP. So the AIPP is actually it's four provinces, which is New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, and Newfoundland. So this is the concept. If you are unfortunate na hindi nakahanap ng trabaho sa Nova Scotia, try to search on New Brunswick. If you are not able to find job in New Brunswick, try the Prince Edward. Again, guys, it's a 4 province. Malaking probinsya po ito. Kaya wag po kayo, guys, mawawalan ng pag-asa if ever hindi po kayo nakahanap ng trabaho sa Nova Scotia. Again, there's a 4 province. Just change this location, just change this into a province. Let's say, for example, New Brunswick, cook, find a job. So, andito ako, guys, sa Moncton. So, yan. So, ano yung concept? So, the concept is, step 1, this is the formula, this is the concept, this is the rule of thumb in finding an indesignated employer in AIPP. First, make sure that you have the list of designated employer. Second is, look for the position, look for the company through a job search engine website, which is, I mentioned, Indeed, Monster.ca, Glassdoor, Career Beacon, Career Builder. Those are the most commonly used here in Canada as a job search engine website. So first, make sure that the employer, the company are listed in a designated employer. Second is you make sure that this company are hiring that is related to your job experience, job position. third is when you submit your resume, make sure that you show to the employer that you have all the documents for the AIPP. Make sure that you show to your future employer, sabihin na natin future employer, that you want to apply under AIPP and this is my documents. I already have this, ECA, English test, proof of funds, and at least you can show to the employer that you are ready for AIPP program. So next, if you are unable to find an employer in Nova Scotia, you try the 5 search engine and you send 10 email every day on Nova Scotia province. Try the other provinces, the New Brunswick, the Newfoundland, the PEI. Try to submit a resume. Walang mawawala. So it's better to do this sending a resume which is somehow libre lang kumpara na pupunta ka sa agency na yung agency ay hihingi sa'yo ng malaking pera para i-process yung documents. I'm not against with the agency, but the bottom line is you have the option. Okay? So, it depends on you. I receive a question, Sir, maganda ba mag-agency or hindi mag-agency? It's up to you. I am not against with the agency. It's always a decision of you. Your decision. Because some of our kababayan, some of our friends, they decide to go for agency because of their busy time, because they don't have time to watch this content creator. They don't have time to watch YouTube. They don't have time to watch When in Halifax or John Stignes website, YouTube, or Moises Chella's YouTube. They don't have time to read. They don't have the time to search. They don't have time to engage with forum and ask questions. They don't have time to search for employer. That's why if you are that person, you don't have time to research, to ask questions, to join the forum, watch the channel, go for the agency, because this agency can help you, not just to help you expedite or to process your document easily. But again, there's a price for it. There's a price you need to pay. You need to pay for the price. You need to pay for the professional fee. But again, my answer, Sir, okay ba mag-agency or hindi? My answer, it's up to you. I'm not against with the agency. I'm not against with them because really, there's some agency that really helps. Marami pong mga kababayan tayo nandito sa Canada na natulungan through the agency. So, for me, if you're going to go for an agency, it's your choice. The rule of time for finding an agency, make sure that you check them in the IRCC if they have the license to do the agency. If they have the license, they are registered as an immigrant consultant. That's the rule of thumb. So anyway, ang daming intro, ang daming pa sikot-sikot, no? Pero let's explore the five job search engine websites. So let's go to the Indeed. Let's just type for cook. So if you're not able to find your position in Nova Scotia, try New Brunswick. So don't lose hope. It's 4 provinces. So again, I encourage you to send resume once you have complete documents. Don't waste the opportunity when let's say for example, yung employer nag-message sa'yo, then nagsabi, ano yung mga documents na hawak mo? Ay, wala pa po eh. Pwedeng send ko na lang 2 months from now or 3 months. Sayang na opportunity. The employer cannot wait for you. Especially here in Canada, time is very valuable. Time is very important. So, they will not wait for you. There's a lot of applicant. Ang dami mong kakompetensya. So, make sure that you have complete documents. So, if you have questions, please comment on the live stream. Comment, yun. Kumusta Jessica Tanggalin and Mutya Alano? Yun, si Mutya. Ngayon ko to nakita, no? This is your first time to join our live stream, Mutya. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you again on how to find a designated employer. And then type lang natin. Ito yung gusto kong gawin natin is designated employer in New Brunswick. So ito So, so we have the list. We have the list of employer here. Same concept, guys. Before you apply for or before you submit resume to your employer, make sure that they are listed in the designated employer list. So we have two lists right now, Nova Scotia and then the New Brunswick. So again, gagawin natin is, let's say for example is you are looking for cook in let's say in New Brunswick. So the first one is cook, chef, 1 year experience, responsible employer, Moncton, New Brunswick. So New Brunswick is 4 hours from Halifax. There's a cook KFC in the Granville, New Brunswick, Claudine Eatery. So I receive a question, yan. Let's click this one. So before you submit, this is my tip for you. Before you click apply, make sure that if this company or this restaurant or this pizza restaurant is a designated employer. So since they are in Atlantic Province, the list that you're going to check is the designated employer list of New Brunswick. So hindi po ito, because this one is designated employer from Nova Scotia. Okay? So don't be confused, guys, with this, because this one is Nova Scotia. So technically, if you're going to search the business name and the designated list in Nova Scotia, you cannot find unless otherwise they have branch here in Nova Scotia. So if your settings is cook and the province is New Brunswick, make sure that you're looking into a designated list in New Brunswick too. So okay. So we have question. Sir, a little question. Some of the position in certain job require experience by hours of 1,560. Sometimes if I found an employer but a little less in required hours, will still be hired. No, actually, it's very straightforward. The requirement to be in EIPP is you must have at least 1,560 hours. So it's very clear. If you have less than yan, wag ka na maghanap kasi mahu-frustrate ka lang. Make sure that the job position that you have is you have a work experience at least 1,560. Guys, all the information that is posted is very straightforward. If it says 1,560, wag po kayo mag-below dyan kasi yun po yung required. If 1,561, yun, pwede ka. 1,500, 1,400, take the chance. Pero, technically, kung anong nakalagay na hours po dyan, yun po yung required. Ang candidate CA is very straightforward. All the information they posted are very straightforward. Kung ano nakalagay po doon, dun po yung susundin natin. So, but then, if you want to try it because sabi ko nga, it's employer-driven. Who knows? Pero pagdating sa province, titingnan po yan kung ikaw talaga qualified doon sa experience. So, pag tinignan nila, hindi ka pasok sa 1,560, nakapasok ka sa employer, baka pagabot sa province, hindi ka bigyan ng endorsement letter dahil less than yung experience hours mo. So, to make sure kung ano po yung work experience mo na meron kang more than 1,560 hours, yun yung applyan mo. And besides, you are an expert on that position because you have more than 1,560 versus doon sa, let's say, 400 hours mo as, let's say, a cook. Diba? So, yun. I hope nasagot ko yung tanong mo, Shalmero. So, Again, every information that is posted in Canada.ca, all the information that I shared to you, because I'm not an agency, I am not a immigration consultant, but all the information that I shared is you can find it in Canada.ca. You can find it in Canada.ca, which is the official website. It's posted all the informations. So anyway, let's find let's go back here. Cook or chef 1 year experience sa Piatto Pizzeria plus Enotica. Ayan. So Control A, then Control F, Control Find. Yan. So, Piatto Pizza is not designated employer. So, wag ka nang magsayang ng oras. Wag ka na magsayang ng oras na mag-send ng application dito or resume kasi hindi ka kukunin because they are not a designated employer. So, let's say naman dito, part-time line cook. Let's Control C, which is copy, then paste. So, they are not so, that's the concept. So, I don't know if I can find an employer, but let's try. So, hindi to. So, what you're seeing, guys, is I'm go to job search engine website, which is right now I'm using the Indeed.ca or ca.indeed.com. So, this is based from Canada. So, what I'm doing right now, so if you are new to this live streaming, kakarating mo lang, what I'm doing is I'm looking for a looking for a job in a job search engine. So, yung ginagawa ko is kitchen helper. Let's say if this kitchen helper is related to your job, let's check the Marriott International if they're listed in designated. No, they're not. So, isa-isahin natin. Atria Senior Living. So, at least makuha nyo yung concept, guys. Ganun ang paghahanap. So, medyo it takes time. It takes time, pero once nakakuha ka, it's a gold mine. 'Di ba? Swertihan lang to. So, alisin natin Nova Scotia kasi hindi to kasama. So, yun. Independent. I don't know. So, you cannot find them. Ang hirap, no? So, mahirap maghanap pero wag kayong mawawala ng pag-asa kasi ganun talaga po siya. Burger King. So, if you're not able to find make sure, guys, that you invest your time here in finding an employer. So, yun po yung pinaka-importante. Wala akong mahanap, no? So, hindi halos. So, imagine this posted job position that listed in Career Indeed are not all designated employer. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Maybe what you did is you tried to send resume, CV on a random employer wherein they're able to receive your resume, your application, but they don't have the capacity or power to hire because they are not listed in the designated employer list. Only this company that is listed has the power or has the capacity to hire someone, a foreign employee through AIPP. So all the company names that you see here, meron silang kapasidad na mag-hire ng mga employee outside Canada. So, wala akong mahanap na cook, iniisa-isa ko siya. So, naka-second page na ako. What I'm going is, I'm trying to look for, babalik na rin ko, pizza, kasi, let's say, cook ka. I'm going to look for, Subway. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to type their business name. Dito din. Okay. Hanapin natin yung mismong company. Yung Glassdoor, you need to sign up. Pero etong mga Monster ay hindi. So, yan. LTD, Charlotte Restaurant. Let's try this one. When this company. So, yan. Let's try this one. General manager ang hinahanap niya. Charlton Restaurant Ltd. Let's look if they are. So, this one are not listed for designated employer. Walang NB Ltd OA. What's that OA? Subway. Let's look for another one. Itong medyo ano siya. Ito. Try natin random. So, if ever you cannot find, if you are able to use the job search engine, tinak nyo po yung ano nyo, yung job position mo, and then wala ka pa rin mahanap ng mga company, gawin mo is baliktad naman. Ang gawin mo is the company name, ang i-search mo naman doon sa job search engine. And then, tingnan mo kung ano yung mga position na kanilang hinahanap para mas ma-filter po siya. So, kasi dito, sa all the list that you can see, this is just the name of the company. You don't know if they're currently hiring. You don't know what position they're hiring. So, wala kang idea. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, let's say for example, I am a cook. So, Cedar Pizza, I'll try to search for, malay mo baka open si Cedar Pizza. Search natin. So, wala siya. Job found, wala. Eto, Cheese Kim Restaurant. Let's go for this one. And then, let's go to Indeed. Let's go to dito sa Career Builder. So, you don't know where they post their job position, hiring, di ba? So, try to explore the 5. So, there's no result. No result. So, meron dito. So, let's explore this one. Irving, Maritime, Cashier, so base are Carpenter. So, for the Carpenter, copy this. Wala. So, ayan. So, just make sure that when you look for a job, make sure that that's the rule of thumb here. So, hindi ako nakakaswerte. Pero usually, the Shanex, okay. So, there's Shanex in New Brunswick. This is for demo. Shanex, I know Shanex is always hiring. So, number 1 is Shanex is listed here in designated employer in New Brunswick. So, the next is type the Shanex. This is the concept, guys. So, let's look for Indeed. If they post, so walang Shanex. So, okay. Alright, guys. So, on Shanex section, if you are a healthcare provider, if you are, tawag nito, I know there's a cook here. So, yan. Successful na tayo. So, kanina ginawa ko, guys, is I search for cook. So, ang nangyari is, lumabas lahat ng cook dito, di ba? So, the only problem with this is, I don't advise, guys, na mag-submit kayo ng resume dito sa mga company ito. The second step is, make sure that this company, before you submit, make sure that this company are listed in the employer designation, designated employer list. That's the second thing. Third is, when you submit your resume, make sure that you emphasize that your documents are ready, your documents are ready, available. So, and then show your not expertise, just the knowledge of the AIPP, at least your employer can see and identify that you know what you're doing. You know how the AIPP works, and that's why you have these documents. And at least alam niya na mas mapapabilis ang kanyang pag-process because you have knowledge with the AIPP. I'm trying to research actually on how to create a resume AIPP format. I'm trying to research it, trying to ask someone, but unfortunately wala pang nakukuha. But then logically ganun lang eh. Dapat make sure na ipakita mo sa employer na ikaw ay may alam sa AIPP, and then you know how it works. That's why you already have the documents. Kung ikaw, again, ilalagay ko sa employer na position, ikaw yung naghahanap, of course, you will hire those people na mas mapapabilis yung hiring aside from you have a well-experienced with the job position. So, let's say, for example, cook, sinearch mo ito, walang nakuha ka, just be careful guys when you're searching for the list of employer. This designated employer list is for New Brunswick. So, nandito ako guys, nag-search ako ng cook, lumabas Shanex, but it go back to my location, which is Nova Scotia. So, if you're checking the designated employer list that is in New Brunswick, make sure that this one, the highlighted one, make sure that it's New Brunswick too. Okay? So, ngayon, unfortunately, through the live streaming, nakita nyo, wala akong masyadong nakitang employer. So, what I'm going to do, since I saw a Shanex here, there's a Shanex here. Here you go. So, this is the Shanex. Okay, nakita nyo guys? Ang ginawa ko is, nag-search, nasara. Okay, so here. Okay. Sa Indeed, so nandito na. Nag-type akong Shanex sa Indeed. The location is New Brunswick. So alam ko na guys that the Shanex is listed as employer designated employer. So mag-apply na ako. So ano yung applyan ko? Make sure na dapat tawag nito designate tawag nito nakalimutan sabihin ko. Designated list siya. So before you apply, make sure that they are listed in designated employer list. Now that you are sure that Shanex is listed, kasi nakita mo, 'di ba? So now you apply. But make sure that yung job position na ina-applyan mo is dapat nakaka-relate naman or connected doon sa yung experience. So chef executive, so this is the position. Workforce, housekeeping attendant, registered nurse, health service registered. So, this is all in New Brunswick. So, yun. So, yun lang guys. So, I hope I'm able to show you the concept. So, the success of finding an employer is in your hand. So, what I'm showing to you guys is the process para hindi ka mahirapan, hindi ka mas malaki yung chance mo to find an employer. So the thing that I show to you is the concept. First, make sure that they are the designated employer list. Use the 5 search engine that I shared to you. I'll make a video about this. This is just a live, just to entertain some questions and show to you live how to do it. But on the next video, I'm going to post several videos about how to find. And I'm going to search also mga job position on our Facebook page. Malay mo, baka makatulong sa'yo. So anyway guys, I hope I'm able to answer some questions, share ideas. Again, when in Halifax, myself, Joey, I am not an immigration consultant. So, hindi pa ako nag-process ng document. What I'm sharing is what I understand and the opportunity that is open for you na makapunta dito sa Canada. So anyway, before we leave or before we end our live stream, please like this live stream, share this video to your friends, and of course, follow us in our Facebook group which is When in Halifax, or join our group which is Pinoy Canada Immigration Forum by When in Halifax. Our community are very helpful. It's growing and they are all helpful. Ask question in the forum. For sure, there will be someone that going to answer. We have also Mel. I'm very happy with Mel because Mel is very supportive with us of Ajok International. I have my friend which is Adorna, the Migrazen consultant agency. They're also supporting our channel, Migrazen of Adorna Cabral. If you want to watch our live interview with Miss Adorna, the video is posted in our YouTube channel as well. So yun guys, shout out kay Shalmero Jackson. And yun, maraming salamat daw sabi ni Shalmero. And then si Mutya Alano, Sir Joey, I have a questions about the ECA. Po ba nasagot ko na to? Yun, maraming salamat for joining our live stream and hope to see you again in our next live stream. Ayan guys. Thank you, bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.